Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This is Emily at the Coloring Oasis. I have a small Amazon haul to show you. About 8 books, sadly 2 of which arrived damaged that I'm going to return in exchange. But I'm going to show them to you now before I do that. And a pencil set, a budget pencil set. So let's get started. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe because I have a whole lot of stuff coming up. I decided that I'm going to be doing a video series on all of my international Etsy, overseas Disney coloring books. I have about 15 of them. So I'm going to do about videos with 2 at a time and complete flip throughs. I'm going to start that this coming Monday, which will be the 12th, I think. Maybe. It depends on when you see this video for December. And I'll release 1 a day, 1 video every evening. So you can see all these different coloring books from Disney because I love Disney. And then when I think of the holidays, I think of Disney because we always used to go to Walt Disney World in Florida during December before school break. And it was always so perfect. The temperature was perfect. There were no crowds. You could walk onto any ride. We would do the Disney Nighttime Mickey celebration where Disney World Park was open, special tickets for nighttime and all done up in Christmas and lights. And I really miss it. Haven't done that in about 7 or 8 years, but that made me think of doing all my Disney books. So for now, I'm going to show you these 2. You've probably seen this one. It's in Cat's World by Teresa Goodridge. It's brand new. Love it, love it. It's really interesting. There are a lot of scenes to me that almost look like crossovers of stuff in her autumn or spring books where she just maybe tweaked it a little or inserted some cats, but I do love it, love it. I have 3 indoor cats. I used to have 5. This is cute. My little boy cat Odie passed away from bone cancer when he was 8. My girl kitty Coco just passed away this year. She was 11 and she threw a blood clot just out of the blue. Then I had 2 left, 2 girls that are both 16. And then I just ended up taking on my son's 8-year-old cat. No, I'm sorry. He's 5, almost 6 years old, Leo, because of his divorce. And he had to move into a smaller place. And there was this big division of animals with their dogs. And I ended up taking the cat. And so now I'm back to 3 again for who knows how long. I hope as long as possible because of my 2 16-year-old girl cats I've had since they were born. I love this. Some pictures you can do almost fall inspired here. A Tale of 2 Kittens. Love it. I find it a little particularly difficult to do animal fur. If you do markers, it's just going to look flat. You're going to need to go over it with a colored pencil and give it some dimension and some little wispy spikes and things like that. Don't worry too much about the realism. Just color it for fun. Use whatever you have. I like a marker base and then I go over with pencil, but you can certainly do pencil, like a, tan and orange cat. And you could do like a black fine liner. You should go back over the squiggles over the pencil. Springtime. There were a few in here that reminded me of her autumn books. I can't remember what it was. I was talking, so I didn't notice it. Love the flowers. The springtime pictures. So cute. Love this one. That would be me. More great. These definitely have a more of a spring and summer vibe. Look at the fish tank. It's in the attic. All the kittens. Love this. Look at the little dollhouse. Spring. This one, love this. Very autumn, Halloween, or fall theme. Is there anything in here that's Christmassy? That's cute. Baking. Nothing too Christmassy. Love it though. Absolutely gorgeous. I will link all of these books below if you want to go right to them and check them out. I did receive this one damaged. I'm highly frustrated. This is the Dover Cuties Fashions coloring book. It's just like completely just destroyed. Really frustrating. And this was in a flat box with other items. This was not in an envelope that got shoved in my mailbox. So it got destroyed. This was like $4. And what I like about these fashion ones by Dover is there's some historical information about the different fashions on the bottom. So, in the year's 1840, ball gown. So it explains the different fashions. I'm going to be returning this and getting some exchanges for this one and my other one that arrived damaged. But just to show you now so I can do this video. I think they could do without these frames around them. I hate when coloring books put a black frame box inside the page. I don't know why they do that. I just want the whole white blank background. Like this one, the hand goes out of the frame. That's kind of weird. But I like a lot of background to do my own background. Oh, gorgeous. I mean, if it wasn't destroyed for $3.99, I think this is a good book. Look at some of these insanely beautiful pictures. Dresses, I mean. So that is Godey's Fashion by Minju Sun, Dover Coloring Books. I have next, this one is amazing. This is the Amazing Life Coloring Book Collection by Coloring Book Cafe. 4 books in one. Country Life, Cabin Life, Beach Life, and Island Life. I've been wanting all of these books, and then I found them all together. So I can't do a full flip through, but let's go to the back. Just kind of go do some like this. You can see this Beach Life one looks like it's in the back. This would be a great gift for anyone who, you know, loves adult coloring, who likes the seasons and travel. I get kind of the same feel for seasons and travel in here. That's the Beach Life. So then we're into still Beach Life. Oh, wait, Island Life. Yeah, Beach Life. I was Island Life. This is Beach Life. This would be the Cabin Life. Ooh, look at that. Makes me think of Lake Tahoe. Ooh, look at that. Some landscape ones. Won't fit in my camera. That's neat. If you're into camping or hiking, this would be a great set of pages to color. Then, of course, we get down back forward to the Country Life. Really great bargain. This whole book was like $9.99. And it's a nice, oh, I love this, nice, fat, heavy book. So somebody would love this as a gift. So highly recommend it because it's 4 coloring books in one. I did get this one. Unfortunately, my other one that was damaged or printed incorrectly. This one was by Deborah Muller, her new Enchanted Winter, and the printing was off, right? So the cover printed, the margins were off. It started to wrap around to the front, which, you know, is a printing error, and it does make the pages too far to the left. So all these pictures have frames. So there's a bigger gap here than on these sides. So I am going to return this as well. Hopefully get the digital one. But these have some winter and Christmas. I associate winter and Christmas together, so. But it's a great book. I mean, I could just keep this one, but the off-centeredness, I'm sort of OCD, is going to bother me a little bit. So cute. Beautiful pictures. Very creative, happy, whimsical, fairy tale-ish. As always, perfect work by Deborah Muller, my favorite. But that does have to get replaced. Also another Dover book that arrived partly damaged in that same box. You can see it's like wrinkled up there. Dover Antique Dolls. I'm not sure if you've seen this one before. Another book that was, again, only like $3.99. And again, there's information about the dolls, and you can actually look these dolls up for pictures. I actually looked a couple of them up and found photos of what they look like. You can find a lot of them on eBay or just on Google Images. Sometimes the photos of the ones you see look very damaged because they're collectors finding them in their grandparents' attic or something like that. But I just wanted to give a try to these very inexpensive Dover coloring books to see if I could, you know, maybe learn a little something with my coloring. And I love my dolls. I have a big doll collection. Mine are more fashion dolls, though, and holiday vintage Barbies. Antique Dolls by Brenda Sneathan Maddox by Dover Coloring. Next, love, love, love. This is the Chibi Princesses by Demita Victoria. These are the standard, almost, you can presume, obvious princesses, but they're made to look, you know, more whimsical and chibi. And they have, like, obviously this is to be Jasmine, black background, black backside, so you can use your markers. Love Rapunzel. I assume it's Rapunzel. She can't really say that it's as a Disney spinoff because it's a private company. Disney, I mean. But some of these I think like from that Cinderella, I assume. Other fairy tales. This one looks off place to me for Disney princesses, or is that just my imagination? I don't know. A little bit. Super cute. Oh, look. Oh, gee, I wonder. Alice in Wonderland. Well, that was actually Lewis Carroll, but it was done by Disney. But Lewis Carroll is a public domain. Alice in Wonderland, the book. So, Pocahontas. So, clearly, there's a Disney spinoff here. Snow White. Although... Little Mermaid, did I see that already? That was Hans Christian Andersen, and then of course there's some Grimm's Fairy Tales. Some of the Disney movies were spin-offs of Grimm's Fairy Tales and Hans Christian Andersen tales, so technically Disney just took a spin-off of classics. Okay, so yeah, there's 2 sets of each in this book, in case you mess one up, but really pretty, fun, chibi princesses. I love Demita Victoria. I have a whole ton of her books as well. This one was very interesting. Something I have never had something similar of before, by a best-selling author for Christopher Hart. This is the Manga Fashion Artist coloring book. More than 8 million books sold. Maybe not this book, but from all of the books combined. Nice big heavy book. I can't remember, I might cut it off a little. This book's a little longer than a normal book. I'm not a huge fan of manga because I feel like the faces are not real enough. I don't know. But I like the backgrounds and the fashion and the fun. I loved this one. This is more kind of young girl, pop culture-ish. Nice thick paper, and it's a little bit shiny. I mean, a little shine, not a ton. It's more like my Nina paper that you would do your Etsy printables on, which is really nice. So this book is a few more dollars than a normal Amazon book, which is worth it, I think. This one's amazing. Look at that. That's cool. Cute. Cute. Okay. Very youthful vibe here. Oh, look at that. That's fun. That's from the front cover, I think. Kitty cats. It's nice to see some guys in here. You don't see a lot of guys coloring books. Oh, look at this. Cute. She has another book. Or is it she or he? Chris Hart? I think it's a he. This artist has a book called Girl Power. I saw it at Walmart just the other day, ironically. I liked this one better. A lot better. But it was very similar. Look at that dog. Gorgeous. Very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, so here it is, the girl power in the back. The Manga Fashion Bible, girls. Dress up style. It's a dress up style. So like all of your accessories and things in the background. Really neat book, lots of fun. I was happy to get that. Next I have this to add to my collection by Daria Carcassonne, which is the Grayscale Coloring Book 8 Fantasy and Fairy Cuties. I do have several of her other books. I don't know if I have them all. I prefer the Grayscale over the line art books. I've actually printed a few of hers randomly off of Etsy, and then I've seen them ended up being in some of my books. I think what happens is she releases them on Etsy over time, and then when she gets enough pictures, she accumulates them and puts them into a book. So if you're getting a lot of her images on Etsy, you might get repeats if you buy the books. But I love the books better because it has this paper has this nice gloss to it. And my Copic markers, my Prismacolor markers, my Hoo Hoo markers are like butter in her books. I just love to do these in markers. This is probably my favorite of them all. There's one here that you might have seen in a previous What I Colored video. I think I might have done it back in September. It's toward the back here. But I colored it on a printable before I knew she was going to make this book. I've seen that one on her Etsy shop. That one's on her Etsy shop. I'd rather have all the images by one artist in a book, and this is nicer quality than the regular Amazon books. I do think this is the one that you might have seen me do from an Etsy printable in my What I Colored in, it was probably September, I'm pretty sure. August or September. Gorgeous, like vintage style. I don't think she needs this in her coloring book with the copyright info and the name of the book. That's what she has on the printables. My suggestion would be to take these out because we know it's her book because it says so on the front. And I don't like to look at words on my coloring pages. That's my only little complaint. And on the printed ones, I cut it off at the bottom. Frida Kahlo, love this. Yeah, so which ones do I have? I have this blue one, this holiday, Halloween to Christmas one. I have this one, the red flowers. I have this alienish looking one, and the cool coloring chicks. I don't have the Mermaid Oceans. I don't have them all, actually, so I guess I better get on that. All right. Well, I did want to show you this. It's not a coloring book, but I do collect holiday hardback collectible Christmas picture books just for myself and my grandkids, and I have a gorgeous collection. This one is new. It's The Legend of the Christmas Witch. I did add this and from Amazon. I myself like to look at them. I might just look at them myself or read it, or I just like to look at the artwork with my picture books. This is the second one, I think, or no, this is the first one. There's another one called The Return of the Christmas Witch. And it's a very well-known book. I believe they might have made this into an animated thing, but the art is gorgeous. That it has kind of rooted in like European folklore. Very lovely story. Would be very nice for a gift for anyone that you know has kids of any age or grandparents, so they can read it to their grandchildren, or to collect for yourself. But there's a lot of European, I think more Scandinavian maybe, or German. Oh yeah, the Rhine River, so German. Really nice book. My favorite ones are, oh, actually I got one more I'm going to show you after this, which is I like even more. It's a little bit younger, but gorgeous book. Highly recommended for gift giving. I keep mine in big fat piles, so people that can come over the whole month of December can look at them or read them or look at the art, or if I have kids come over. This one's brand new. Also got, which is the Elf on the Shelf's Night Before Christmas. Gorgeous, nice, big hardback book. If you know the whole Elf on the Shelf, you know, lore, this would be a fantastic book with an Elf on the Shelf gift set, which is the elf with a little tiny book inside with the one elf with the little outfit, and you can now buy additional outfits. So you can see wrapping this in a package with the Elf on the Shelf. It's a great gift for a whole family, or just a child. But this is by Chandabelle, and I love the pictures. Since they're shiny, my ring light is going to show. Sorry about that. But it's the Night Before Christmas done Elf on the Shelf style. The words are different. I sprang from my shelf to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash and hoped it was Santa arriving at last. So it's from the Elf on the Shelf's perspective. It looks like just a little bit of it has changed. All the reindeer together played games. Then Santa stood tall and called each by their names. Love the pictures in this book. Love the pictures. I think this book was like $11 or something when I got it on Amazon. It's brand new. I saw it at Barnes & Noble and it was like 20. So I'm like, okay, sorry, but I have to go to Amazon. It's way cheaper. I would recommend buying this and the Elf on the Shelf. There's a girl Elf on the Shelf. Last year for Christmas, my son gave me the girl Elf on the Shelf. The actual elf with this little book and extra outfit. It was so cute. I loved it. But there's a boy one, a girl one. But if you buy that for a gift for anyone, I would recommend this book to go with it. I will link this below with a couple of my Elf on the Shelf sets I have because they're just so fun. Or buy one for yourself because I love to put it out with my holiday decor. I will link that below as well. Lastly, my last item is a budget pastel macaron colored pencil set of 50 pencils by Restley Artist Colored Pencil, professional quality, fine, smooth, vibrant colored pencils made with light, fast pigments, 50 colors, pastel tones. This was super inexpensive. When I got it, it was $15 or something. It's a nice little carrying case. Restley is a distributor of Brute Pruner. So that's like a subsidiary company. So they pick out the best pastel colors from what they can get from a Brute Pruner factory and make them, I guess, sell them or put them together for their own pencils. But for a very inexpensive starter macaron set, these are really gorgeous pencils, and it's a nice little case you can carry. Coloring book it comes with. Oh, look at that. Look at the whole coloring book. Yeah, another great gift idea that is very inexpensive. I do have the Brute Pruner macarons, but the set, there's a lot more of them, and the set's more expensive. But I think they narrow down to the girly, you know, more pastels, and these are kind of more the macaron, like lighter shades. If I can say that, like, it's hard to describe, like a neutral lighters, and these are the bright kind of jelly bean colors. But yeah, it's very light. They don't come very sharpened, so if you're giving this as a gift, I recommend giving them a little mini cume sharpener, which is stainless steel blades. Is my favorite sharpener. It has 2 size holes. It works for jumbo pencils and regular pencils. You can carry it in your purse, in your pocket. It sharpens pencils like nothing I've ever seen. Of course, I use my colored pencil electric sharpener, but it's very inexpensive to get them a cume sharpener to go with this, which I can link below. It's one of my favorites. You've probably seen it in my other videos. So yeah, that is my Restley art. I will link this below as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Hope you found some great ideas in here, and keep an eye out for my Disney series coming up.